Alright everybody, today we're going to be unboxing and reviewing the Marvel Legends series War Machine. Prototypical window in the front. Got the Legends series logo up top. War Machine, Marvel, Hasbro, and your warning down the bottom. Got your barcode and information here on the actual package bottom. Some super dope artwork on the side. Some matching super dope artwork on this side. Got the logo up top and all of the accessories and a little bit of blurb about Rhodey on the back, so you guys know my spiel about going in from the bottom at this point. And get this bad boy out. That's no bueno. And get this big fella's tray pulled out, just like all of other Hasbro's stuff. Get that out of here. Alright. That is a lot of accessories. I am so excited. Alright, so let me get this stuff out. Get that out. Oh. Oh, head popped. That guy. This video is going to be 5 minutes of unbox. Alright. So those guns that look like they're attached, I'll be very careful. Alright. This is a hefty guy. Alright, so let's take a look at War Machine's paint and sculpt. So the sculpting that's going on in his chest, super cool. These guns are awesome. I like that they slide back out of the way. There's very little paint on this. I think there's this red dot and then his mask. Everything else seems to be just colored plastic, which is fine for a character that is this monochromatic. That works. The sculpting is great. It's super intricate. This chest piece and shoulder harnesses. There's sculpting all down the backs of his arms, down his ass, down on his boots. Super cool. These guns have some pretty cool sculpting going on as well. Again, it would be nice to get a wash or something on them to just give a little bit of definition. But from what I've noticed with the Marvel's Legends line, that's probably about the amount of paint that you're going to get. Minimal, but it embellishes the character. His arms, sides of his abdomen, and his thighs are this silver plastic. Looks good. There's not a lot of swirling or anything like that in there that I can really notice. There's a little bit right here. Cool. I dig that. Actually, now that I look at this, it does appear that this is a paint. Both sides of his abdomen, his rib area, that looks to be paint and not the colored plastic. Matches really well, even with his arm right there next to it. You'd be hard pressed to notice any difference. And then of course I did not point out that this silver disc, it does look like it's painted as well, or it is painted as well. Yeah, it's pretty simple, but highly effective. Looks great, but popping that head on and off makes me super nervous. It always will. Swapping out hands, same thing. So with War Machine, his articulation is pretty basic. You do have these shoulder weapons that rest on a ball and slide back and forth from a like a resting position up to the active battle ready position. They both have the same back and the same forward. Oh, that rotary gun wants to come off. Said they're both on balls, so you can swap out the sides if you feel so inclined. His head doesn't really, let's take these off. His head doesn't really get a good, it's got a great down, not really a great up, but he does look slightly up. It's on a ball, so it does have swivel, and he does have tilt back and forth. These shoulder pauldrons are a little bit of a lightweight plastic, so that helps when pulling his arms up and when rotating them around. It looks like it's attached underneath, so you get the full range of motion around. There's also a swivel above the bicep and a single joint elbow. Comes up pretty good. Oh nope, that's a double jointed elbow. My bad. So that makes a lot more sense why it comes up so far. He does have rotation at the wrist, and then he's got the back and forth, or the up and down pivot or swivel at the wrist. Doesn't really make sense for this one because he can't go up really because of those gauntlet guns. He does have a crunch, ab crunch, that makes him go about that far forward, lets him go about that far back. Other than that, he's got a swivel at the hips or at the waist. He's got a thigh swivel. His leg comes up pretty far, actually. That's nice. And then goes back. Ooh, not far at all. It's that butt right there is getting in the way. Let's see. Double hinge at the waist, or the knee. That's cool. And then the foot. It's got a ball and a rocker for swivel action. Comes back about that far. I don't know if I showed this. Goes not far forward at all. So the first accessories that we're going to take a look at are these two. They look like billowing smoke accessories, which peg into the bottom of Warmachine's feet, set in there so that he can then stand up on the shelf. We also have this piece that clips onto one of his shoulder guns. It's a missile launcher, 3 missiles coming out, super cool. And then all 3 of these come off as well. Those are bound to get eaten by the carpet. We also have an interchangeable head of roadies. I like this design. It's kind of super 80s with the flat top fade and the cut-ins on the sides. Really well done. There we go, there's a better view. And on the hair as well. Super cool. There we go. We have this effect that clips onto the round machine gun that's strapped to his shoulder. Effects that plug into the wrist cannon. These 2 smoke effects that fire, or that line up and peg into his wrist cannon as well. Peg in right here to that same wrist cannon. Pegs in right here, believe, yeah, in one direction, and firing as he does. So firing effects that plug in right there. Of course, just with handling, these get bent up a little bit and so the tips might look a little wonky. The two smoke effects. I really like this. It looks like something you'd see in the comic book. Super dope. Super dope. So next, let's see how he sets on these two effects. Let's see if I can line them up first. It's going to want to lean. You also want to kind of twist some of his leg parts to try and get those to line up properly so that he doesn't fall. Blasting off. Super cool. I dig you, War Machine. So much going on. Firing effect for the shoulder machine gun, rather. Oh, and these simply clip on just like this. Well, just like this. So you get a lot of action going on. I love the effects that Hasbro throws in with these Marvel characters. Would love to see it more with the Black Series or G.I. Joe. Super cool. The last part of this is swapping out the head. And he looks great. I like that. They have the head swap for this. And like I said, it just adds for another option when displaying him. Super cool. Dig these accessories. For being more of a deluxe packaging and a higher price point, it's good to see a lot of this stuff. Something I should probably point out now that I'm messing around with it. With the head on, or the unmasked head, he does get a little bit more up. And about the same down, maybe a little bit more down. So lastly, I just want to say this is my first Hasbro Marvel Legends figure. And overall, I really dig it. This is a present for somebody who's hopefully watching this video now. And I'm super excited to hear what he has to think about it. He is my 8-year-old nephew, and he's a big Iron Man and War Machine fan. All in all, it's a great figure. A little bit expensive for the paint job, but again, I've noticed that that's kind of the thing with Marvel Legends. I'm okay with it. I knew it going into it. I like the character enough though, and I like the sculpt enough that I thought it would be worth it. I'd be more than happy to put this on the shelf. So yeah, that's being said, I really enjoyed this figure, really enjoyed the unboxing. I can't wait to get into more Marvel Legends. In fact, I have another one in the wings that I'm really excited about. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please do something. Leave a like, click subscribe, what have you. If you don't, that's fine. Just come back again. Hope you guys have a great day. Love you like fried chicken.